to the New Song Cafe at worshiptogether.com. I'm Vicky Beeching, and today I'm delighted to be joined by my good friend Tim Hughes. Tim is a worship leader from London, England, and today we'll be hearing his song, Everything. So I hope that you enjoy this New Song Cafe. Tim, we're delighted to have you here with us today.
Thank you.
You've been writing recently with a real passion to see God and worship included in our everyday lives and everything that we do. And this new song is actually called Everything.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about that.
Well, it's trying to find a song that can express that worship involves our everything. You know, sometimes we can think, you know, worship and kind of real spirituality happens in the church and when we pray, but actually, you know, we want to have God at the centre of our lives when we're working, when we're sleeping, when we're eating, when we're dreaming, when we're laughing, when we're crying. So this is a kind of song trying to express that God, have my everything, all that I am, all that I'll be, you know, have my everything, be my everything, be at the centre.
Wow, we'd love to hear it.
God in my living, there in my breathing, God in my waking, God in my sleeping, God in my resting, there in my working, God in my thinking, God in my speaking, be my everything. Everything, be my everything, be my everything. Christ in me, Christ in me, Christ in me, the hope of glory. You are everything. Christ in me, Christ in me, Christ in me, the hope of glory. Be my everything, 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 be my everything.
I love that.
Cool, thank you.
It's an amazing build.
Yeah, again, trying to really work with the dynamics. You know, songs
Yeah.
all depend on, you know, dynamics, and kind of it's a slow, kind of gradual build, and then kind of, I guess it comes to the end where it's just like, you want to have people screaming it out. And I've purposely noticed the octave jump, and it's kind of perhaps quite high, but there's something so wonderful about being liberated, like, be my everything, whatever it takes, be my everything.
Yeah, I love the way the tension builds up. It's almost like the repetitiveness in the lyric as well, and the verse. It's like just getting you there, and then it just explodes. It's very cool. Well, you're using your capo, or capo should we say?
Capo, yeah, in America. Yeah, capo 4, and then in the key of G, my favourite key at the moment. Just there, the G, C, E minor, D. But then I guess the big thing is the chorus where you're doing the be my every C, and then sliding up 2 frets for the D. Be my everything, be my everything, be my everything. Just really liking that. Essentially it's a D, but that kind of, again, open, doesn't quite resolve, it's not quite as the D there, so that's quite a nice chord I'm using in this song.
Yeah, it's amazing how much difference one chord can make.
Definitely.
That has such a distinct sound. It's like without that, the chorus wouldn't have quite the same vibe.
And I think in songwriting it's really important to be trying to find different chords that express the heart behind the song, that can add a bit of a fresh slant, or just kind of keep it interesting. So it's always worth trying out different chord shapes to see what fits well with the song.
Definitely. It's very cool. Thanks so much for coming and sharing the song.
Thank you.